Hey guys, I'm Derek from ECS Tuning, and today we're going to go over a Mechatronics repair kit for a DL501 car. Mechatronics failure is very common on DL501 and 511 transmissions. These can be found in B8 S4s, S5s, RS5s, and then C7 S6s and S7s. The symptoms you'll get is lurching from a stop and then hard, unpredictable shifts between first and second. We offer a lot of kits for this repair, and today we'll be using one that uses genuine Volkswagen Audi parts and Motul gear oil.
This DIY will mainly focus around the Mechatronics rebuild kit itself. We have a DIY on servicing the DL501 that will be linked in the description. We suggest watching that DIY alongside this one to get a full understanding of this whole service. This DIY will begin after the removal of the oil pan and oil filter. The first step after removing the oil pan is to disconnect the filter housing. There are 3 bolts that connect the housing to the transmission. Remove these and slide the housing out of the transmission and set it to the side. Next is disconnecting the transmission harness from the transmission housing. Rotate the twist lock counterclockwise and disconnect the harness. To remove the connector housing, remove the bolt on the top side of the housing and rotate it counterclockwise. Next is disconnecting the harness connected to the Mechatronics unit inside of the transmission. Simply pull the retainer up while pushing in on the release. With the harness disconnected, we can now unbolt the Mechatronics unit. There are 6 bolts that hold the unit in the transmission. Remove these while supporting the Mechatronics unit from underneath. Be careful not to damage the shift forks or ATF pressure pipes while dropping the unit. With the unit removed, we can move over to a workbench to begin replacing the faulty boards. To begin removal of the faulty boards, the first step is to disconnect the harness that goes from the boards to the Mechatronic unit. To do this, use a small pick or thin flathead screwdriver. If the locking mechanism for the connectors is damaged, the whole Mechatronics unit will need to be replaced, so use caution when disconnecting the connectors. Next, with the harness disconnected, we can remove the screws holding the sideboard A to the unit. There are 5 screws in total for the board on the side of the unit. Beginning with screw 1 through 3, only loosen them approximately 5 millimeters off the board. Next, remove screws 4 and 5 completely and remove the wiring guide to the side. Now, remove bolts 1 through 3 from the board. With all the bolts removed, we can pull the board off the unit. Use some caution pulling the board off the unit to not damage the contact springs. With the sideboard removed, we can move on to the second board. There are 5 screws holding board B to the Mechatronics unit. Remove all 5 of these screws. Pull the board off of the unit, using caution not to damage the contact springs. With both of the boards removed, next we will replace the protection insulators on the unit itself. There are 10 in total with 3 different styles. Follow the graph on the screen as to the location of each different style. With the protectors replaced, we can now install the new boards. Begin with installing board B into the unit. Make sure the contact springs are lined up with the board before installing the screws. The torque spec of these screws are 3 Newton meters. Make sure to follow the torque sequence on screen when completing this step. After board B is installed, we can install board A. Make sure the contact springs are lined up with the board before installing the screws. When they are aligned, install screws 1 through 3, but do not torque them down yet. Next, align the wiring harness to where it resides on the unit. Install screw 4 and 5 when the harness is back in place. With all the screws installed, torque them down to 3 Newton meters, following the torque sequence on screen. Before we can reinstall the mech unit into the transmission, we need to align both the shift forks inside the transmission, as well as aligning the gear selector yokes on the mech unit itself. We'll start with the transmission shift forks. To align the shift forks, we must figure out their positions first. Each has 3 positions, 2 for each gear and 1 for neutral. The diagram on screen shows the 4 forks as well as their positions. Move all 4 shift forks one at a time to verify each of their positions. After doing this, move the shift forks back into the center position or neutral. Next, we will align the gear selector yokes on the mech unit. The gear shifter will be adjusted differently depending on the date of manufacturing. On screen is a graph on how to identify the manufacturing date of your mechatronic unit. With this identification code, we can figure out the year, week, day of the week, and what shift the mechatronic unit was manufactured. The gear positions must be adjusted to a different measurement based on the manufacturing date above. For mech units with the ID number through L31B1137, the measurement from the top of the fork to the housing is 28 millimeters. For mech units after L31B1137, the measurement for the top fork to the housing is 32 millimeters. It's important to make sure the gear selector forks on the mech unit are at the proper measurement before installing it back into the transmission so they will engage the eyes in the shift forks. With the shift forks and gear selectors in their proper position, we can now reinstall the mech unit. The mech unit should fit easily back inside the transmission. If there is any resistance, then it's possible that a shift fork or gear selector is out of alignment. Check their position and adjust if necessary. To tighten the bolts on the mech unit, follow the sequence on screen, torquing the bolts down to 10 Newton meters each. Check again to make sure the shift forks and gear selectors are in their correct position before moving on. With the mech unit reinstalled, please reference our DL501 DIY to reinstall the external filter, the internal filter, the oil pan, and fluid. A link to this kit used in the DIY will be down in the description below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more enthusiast content.